Hiya, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the neck and how I address the neck, any neck pain, and some of the causes and some of the things where you need to look. So the first thing with neck pain with me is, unless it's an injury or arthritis, most neck pain doesn't stem because of the neck, it stems from somewhere else. So we can often have pain in the feet, and it doesn't again have to be things like laminitis. It can be if a horse stands on a sharp stone and goes like that, it's going to jolt up at the neck. And then often a lot of people, what they do is they stop at the poll when we think of pain in the neck, because they think all the muscles that come from here, she's got a little bit of a fly on her, she's a bit sensitive, but we don't often think of the head. Now, I suffer with TMJ pain. I know I have chronic neck pain. And horses, the first thing, mostly what they do when they're in pain, or a restriction, or if they're a little bit stressed or discomfort, they will clench their teeth. And when they clench their teeth, you can see she's nice and relaxed because she's just had a bodywork session. They're not going to move their tongue. So we talk about the tongue and the hyoid connection and how the muscles transpose right through to the right hind. But we have to think of the muscles that come from the tongue, come down into the neck, merge into the pectorals. And so if I have pain in the, just let me take this off because it's irritating, I think she's got a fly as well, sort of lower down here, I often think it's coming from back here. If I have pain up here, often I can think it's from the head. But I never really find neck pain is there because of the neck. So first of all, what I would do, you can see here, she's got a lovely neck. There's not any real muscle definition. So we don't want to see a bulging rhomboid or a sunken in muscle here, because often we think we have the sunken in muscle here, but it's often these muscles are bulging rather than that. So this hasn't got time to develop. So what you can do as an owner, so I tend to assess the neck just by running my finger down the cervical vertebrae, because the vertebrae run down at the base of the neck. But I also check the hyoid, the tongue, the TMJ, and I also visually look at the horse first. And also we've got to remember personality. So if the horse has quite a nervous personality, we can do as much training as we want. We can't really change that base personality of the horse. They will always fall back as that as a default. We'll just wait till she finishes. So I run through the video before. Oh, she's going to stop now because she's at the end of the bodywork. She's like, you're done. But what as an owner can do is you can check, make sure all the bones are nice and even. So we can horses don't really like you starting up near the head. So what I will do is to find the vertebrae is easier than coming down. It's easier to run up, and when you hit a hard like rock piece, you're on a vertebrae. And just cup your hands like this. Get on either side. And do they feel level? Or does one feel like this? She's done now because she's finished. Does one feel like this? Or do they both feel like that? And to work on them, so you can see how when she looks up, the muscle action changes. And this is, they will use different muscles when their head's down, when their head's up. They'll use different muscles when their leg comes forward and when their leg goes back. But what we always want to see is not one that's overworked. So yeah, we can just do this. And then what you can do as an owner is just cup up and just move them like you're playing a bit of ping pong, back them from side to side like that. Or just put your hands all the way down the neck, nice and soft. And then we have to think of, we all know about the area, like this missing area here, that's deep in here. So often giving this nuchal ligament a little bit of a wiggle up here, the top of the mane, can often help as well. only do this in bodywork, but it's quite nice to teach owners just to give it a little bit of a nuchal ligament wriggle. And that's it.